giant. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Good morning. Come on, wake up, you sleepyheads.
What's going on, Sharky?
Sun's up, baby. I don't know about you guys, but this boy's hungry. Bobby, why don't you just hustle me up some food, huh? Pop me open some beers, get me some cigarettes. No, cigars. I want cigars. Havanas. I want Havanas.
We don't have any cigars. We don't have any beers.
Oh. Well, that's easy. Yeah, well, why don't you just go out and buy some? Must be a 24-hour joint open around here.
Oh, great. With my money?
Yeah, what else?
True to form,
Hey,
Sharky.
just get going, okay? Just get going. And if you really want to, you can pick up something for you and your fugitive friend.
Oh, your generosity never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah. Oh, listen, Bobby. Don't try to do anything stupid while you're on the outside.
Oh, don't worry. I don't think I can go to Rio with what I've got.
Yeah, well, don't as much as say hello to anybody. And you get back here real fast. Because at the first sign of trouble, I put a bullet right through your boyfriend's brain.
Sharky, be cool, okay?
He's bluffing, Bobby.
Tell him, Bobby. Tell him if I'm bluffing.
Sharky will do just what he says.
He's just talking tough.
Gavin, listen to me. I know him. Sharky's not smart enough to bluff.
Hey, don't say that about me. I don't understand how you can say something like that after all we've meant to each other. So good, so good. You get your paws off of you, Abe!
It's okay, I'm all right.
Sit down, sit down. Sit, boy. Sit. That's the boy. Rule number 1. Don't mess with a shark. Bad for the health. You just like you got that gun. I got that gun. And rule number 2. So let's be nice to each other. I mean, we're in this together. So the least we can do is be nice. Now get moving!
You want me to authorize a tale on Jody Travis?
We'll be very discreet.
I don't know, Tyler. I don't know.
Look, Chief, unless Gavin Wiley turns himself in, this is probably going to be the only way we can get our hands on him. Well, you're obviously not too thrilled with the idea.
No, I'm
So,
not.
can I interrupt?
Yeah?
Come on in, Miles. What do you got?
You wanted the results of the Palmer autopsy right away, so here it is. It was poisoning, just as we thought.
I'll give it to the officers in charge.
Well, should my ears be burning?
No? Why do you say that?
Well, it doesn't look like the two of you are going to utter a syllable until I get out of here.
We were talking about the Gavin Wiley case.
Is there any news on that?
Well, I was just suggesting to the Chief that we put your sister-in-law under surveillance.
You think she'd lead you to Gavin?
Well, he's not too hot on it, anyway.
What do you think of Tyler's suggestion?
Well, I appreciate your asking me, but, I don't know that it would do any good.
Well, I'm not crazy about the idea, Miles, but I've run into a blank wall trying to find these
Look,
two.
why can't you dig into Bobby Gerard's background? I mean, maybe she has friends or family that are sheltering them.
I run her name through every computer available to us. Nothing comes out. Her mother died 5 years ago, and there is no other family.
We've touched all the bases, Doc.
Oh, listen, before I forget, I completed that autopsy on Gunther Wagner last night. The pathology will take a few days, of course, but thought you might want to look over my preliminary notes and made a copy of them.
Anything unusual in here?
No, it's just what you've already heard from the depth and angle penetration of the bullet, plus the fact that there were no powder burns around the entry wound. The first ME's assumption was correct.
So the bullet was fired from about 10 to 12 feet.
Is there anything in here that would make us think a struggle took place?
No, not really. Be inconsistent with those findings.
Inconsistency seems to be in Gavin Wiley's alibi. He's lying to cover up the fact that he purposely fired that gun.
I just can't accept that, not yet.
Didn't seem like that kind of guy to me either, Miles, but I can't ignore these facts.
If he did shoot Gunther, I just can't believe that he did it deliberately, any more than I deliberately let him bleed to death.
Oh, well, you can't compare those two. Nobody believes that.
Oh, yeah? Just a few thousand newspaper readers, huh?
Why'd you stop?
What are you doing here?
Well, look, you said you were going to practice every minute. You know, the big opening is only 2 days away.
What's the matter? Are you afraid I will put your husband down?
Well, of course not. I know you would never do anything like that.
Your confidence in me makes me feel so much better.
Look, Martine, I don't mind that you're in my husband's company.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
I just don't want to see you in his company, if you understand what I mean.
Put your insecurities to rest, Mrs. Whitney. Your husband has no attraction for me.
Maybe. But I know your type. You don't like to be without a man.
You are very boring, and you are wasting my time.
Let's see. You don't have Gavin. You don't have Sky anymore. So who is the big flame in your life?
I think I have better things to do than discuss my private life with you.
Let me take a guess. Could it be your photographer friend, Carlo Crown?
All right. If you don't leave Mrs. Whitney, I won't be able to practice. And if I don't practice, I won't be the great success you wish for your husband.
He's rather attractive, isn't he?
All right. I will be doing stretching exercises in my dressing room.
He's also a very good photographer. You know, he took some really beautiful pictures of me. Took some good pictures of the wedding, too.
Just shut the stage door on your way out.
Keep up the good work. Bye. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to get some pictures taken again.
The truth is, I think I've always thought of myself as a performer rather than an executive. But, you know, there really is a lot more to being a news broadcaster than just reading lines on a monitor.
I am sure there is. But I'm going to be honest with you, Mrs. Cavanaugh. I really don't know much about your business. I mean, for instance, are you going to be working out of the studio?
Well, I'll be there every afternoon, of course, but I'll work just as much at home as I do there.
That's what they told me at the employment office, and that's why they thought that I might be very good for the job, even if I didn't have any experience in the broadcasting field.
I'm afraid I don't understand exactly.
Well, I've worked mostly with people in private homes.
Oh.
People very much in your situation. People who do their business mostly at home. Do you know, Peter Forrester?
No, I'm afraid not.
He's a writer. He was a writer. He wrote books on science and archaeology, and he's dead now, I'm sorry to say, but I worked with him for a couple of years.
Was he your last employer?
Mm-hmm. Before that, I worked with a private foundation run by a man named Walter Giverson. I was with Mr. Giverson for almost 3 years, helping him manage the foundation's trust fund. I really enjoyed giving money away.
Yes, I bet that would be fun. Tell me, were there families in these homes?
Oh, yes. Mr. Giverson's son and daughter-in-law lived there, as well as their 2 children.
Well, the reason I ask is obvious, of course, because I have a family.
If you don't mind my saying it myself, I did learn the gentle art of getting along with the family and still getting my job done.
Well, you answered my question before I even had to ask it. And very well, too. So, I see that you do typing and shorthand, all those good things.
I don't want to deceive you about the shorthand. I did so little of it that I'm probably very rusty.
Well, that really doesn't matter. Well, what do you think about this job? Now, I can promise you one thing, that it'll be totally unpredictable, because the news business always is.
Frankly, Mrs. Cavanaugh, I think this job sounds absolutely wonderful, and I'd be very happy if you agreed to hire me, even on a trial basis.
Oh, Jody, I want you to meet Nora Fulton. Miss Fulton, this is my sister, Jody Travis. As you can see, everybody in this family has a different name.
I'm very happy to meet you, Miss Travis.
It's nice meeting you too, Nora.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to be able to stay around. I'm going out for a little while. I have some things to take care of. It was nice meeting you.
Jody, just a minute. Are you all right?
Yeah, well, aside from my nerves being shot, I'm just fine.
Jody, ever since last night, there's been something so secretive about your behavior.
I guess I'm just afraid.
What are you afraid of?
I'm worried about Gavin and you and Miles.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means I'm wondering how long it's going to be before you and Miles feel you have to go to the police and tell them where Gavin is hiding.
Jody, we really don't know that much to tell the police when you get right down to it. All we know is that Bobby and Gavin are staying at Bobby's mother's house, wherever that is.
Yes, wherever that is. Look, I'll see you later, okay? Bye.
Hey, Bobby, was somebody gonna die or something? Yeah.
I'm not hungry. Somehow I look at your face and it just ruins my appetite.
Come on. I love my face. Come on. Yeah. All it means is more food for me. You did real good with these sandwiches, Bobby, last time. Remember, I like it with extra mayo.
I'll make a note of it.
Yeah. I'm sure beef prison grub, I can tell you that. Hey, with any luck, you're not gonna get a chance to find out, pal. Whoops. You're not saying very much, are you? What's the matter, cat? Got your tongue? Huh? Oh, no, I got it. You don't like to talk with your mouth full. You got a really classy boyfriend. He's a real gentleman. Hey, look, take some more bites, all right?
Harvey, he's talking. Do something.
Do something. You want to wait? Just do that double reverse thing that you do.
Give me something to drink.
Okay, pal. You just stay right where you are. Now get your hands up so I can see. Get them up!
Hey, why don't you take your finger off that trigger? We don't want any accidents to happen.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Bobby, I want you to go down to the corner phone booth and call the cops. We're gonna have them all pick us up right here.
Dad, I can't.
Don't do an unfriendly thing like that. Now, if the cops get their hands on me, I'm good for another 5 years in the slammer.
Oh, I feel really bad about that.
Come on, man, live and let live. I was gonna let you guys go, man. All I wanted was a little company.
Go on, Bobby.
Go do it! Don't send me back to jail. Man, you just talk your boyfriend out of doing his good deed for the day. For old time's sake.
Gavin!
Jody! The wheels just keep turning and turning and turning. Thanks a lot, baby. You came just in the nick of time. You know what they say? 3's a crowd, but 4's a party.
What is going on here?
This is Max Sharkey, Jody. Does that name ring a bell?
Sharkey? You mean the guy who kept Nancy Carr captive at the Rexford Clinic?
No autographs, please.
Jody, how did you find us?
I went to Sid's, and she gave me this picture of your mother, and well, right in the background here, it's the Alon garage. Well, I looked it up in the phone book, and I recognized the house, and here I am.
You should have stayed away, Jody.
Oh, Gavin, I have been so worried about you. I had to try and
Who
find
else
you.
knows? Who else knows you've been playing teen detective?
No one.
Tell me the truth. The cops know about that picture?
No, look, I didn't even tell anyone that I was coming here. I was too scared. I swear I didn't even tell the police. I didn't...
Cops! Well, no cops! I'm holding on to this. And this says it on the law. So you do exactly what I say. And your boyfriend won't get hurt.
Really, I'm not going to give you any trouble. Gavin.
Hey, what are you doing, Precious? What are you doing?
Gavin!
No, he's got it, girl. You're sticking with me.
Sorry I took so long, but my husband and I just moved in recently, and we still haven't finished unpacking.
Please don't apologize. I shouldn't have let you serve me at all. Now that I'm officially your secretary, I should be doing this.
Correction. Actually, 2 corrections. You're not my secretary. You're my executive assistant. And secondly, I won't have you serving me coffee and things like that because I have a perfectly reliable housekeeper who will be here this afternoon. Her name is Mrs. Goodman, and I should warn you about her.
Why?
Because she claims instant motherhood to every new person she meets. I mean, just wait. In 2 days, she'll be telling you what to eat and asking you why you're not married. You did say you were single, right?
That's right. By choice, I think.
Oh, well, here comes my choice. What are you doing home?
Well, I just was on my way from police headquarters to my office. I had about an hour before my next patient. I thought I'd see if I could catch you with the milkman.
Oh, you just missed him.
Oh.
But you are here in time to say hello to Nora Fulton.
Hello, Nora Fulton?
Dr. Kavanaugh, I presume?
Yes, that's right.
Nora's just done a very foolhardy thing, Miles. She's agreed to become my executive assistant.
Well, you could do worse. I hope you get along with this one here. She's a pussycat at home, but I understand she's a tiger at the office.
Well, we'll be working at home as much as the office, so she'll be able to compare my two personalities. Honey, could I talk to you alone for a minute? Would you excuse us for just a moment?
Of course.
I'm so worried about Jody. She rushed out of here and would not tell me where she was going.
Now, she has been a little secretive lately.
I know, and I don't like it one bit.
You know what I don't like? The secrecy she's imposed upon us. I was very, very tempted to break that promise we made to her. Almost did.
Oh, but you didn't, did you?
No, I didn't. I was down at Derek's office. I was giving him some preliminary details about Gunther Wagner's autopsy, and he and Damien were there trying to figure out new ways to track down Gavin. I felt very guilty, but I didn't say a word.
Well, what were the results of the autopsy?
I didn't uncover anything that would help Gavin's case, Annie. I can tell you that. If anything's going to make it worse.
Why? What did you find?
Oh, it just seems like he's lying about how the shooting took place. I mean, Gunther was not shot during any struggle. That bullet had to have been fired from a distance.
That is so different from what he told us.
Gavin's just trying to make it sound like he wasn't responsible for it, that he didn't do it deliberately.
Sounds bad for Gavin, doesn't it?
I'm afraid so. And it means it doesn't sound good for Jody.
That really hit the spot. Well, there's nothing like a little hand-to-hand combat to work up an appetite, you know? Oh, man. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm really sorry. You know, when you're in the joint a little while, your manners just go right out the window. Are you a little hungry? No. No. Have a bite.
No.
I know, this is a first-rate sandwich. Try it. Try it. Oh, come on. Don't look so unhappy. You're really depressing me. Look, you're going to be out of here in a week or less. I'll tell you what. If you get real bored, we can play a friendly little game of spin the bottle. Nap time. How would you like to lie down with me for a little while?
For some reason, I'm not tired.
Don't say anything about sleeping.
You're a real pig, you know that?
Oh, Bobby, I love it when you talk dirty. I used to be your type. Now, what does that say about your taste in men, huh?
Everybody makes a mistake.
Well, I'll tell you what. We can, switch off if it'll make you any happier. You guys are laughing a minute. I'm gonna go sack out.
Sweet dreams.
Thank you. Oh! Hot news flash. If any of you think that this is some kind of golden opportunity to make a break for it, think twice.
Why would we want to go anywhere? We're having such a good time.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm gonna be right outside this door with sweet old Buffy with me, right next to me.
You make a lovely couple, Sharky.
Oh, well, thank you. But just so that I impress you, I'm a very light sleeper. And I get very upset when somebody wakes me up. So the first time that door opens, I blast away and ask questions later. So don't even let the wind open that door. Because somebody's going to get hurt. Real, real bad. Got that? Good. See you in a little while.
Gavin, forget about it. Are you really all right?
Yeah. I'm okay, Julie. Really? I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this.
What about your leg? How's your leg?
We had a little problem with it at first, but it seems to be healing now.
Yeah, it was really bad right after it happened, but Bobby took real good care of me. She even found somebody to treat it.
Bobby, I don't know what to say. I mean, I really appreciate all you've done. Thank you.
Sure.
So, tell me the story. How did you wind up here?
After I left your house, the night of the shooting, I did go back to the studio to get myself up.
Well, then why didn't you?
Well, I made it as far as the studio door.
Unless you want to count a few minor traffic violations. I think what we might have here is a case of self-defense.
Yeah, but don't forget, it's Wiley's gun, not Wagner's.
And Guthrie was a big man. He was perfectly capable of breaking Wiley's neck as well as his leg.
What did Miles say about Cooley having Wiley, though?
Alex said there had been a struggle over the gun and that the gun went off accidentally.
Heard that before.
No, you're not ready to buy it.
Oh, he just told me the man was shot from 10 feet away. That precludes any alibi about struggling for the gun.
Yeah, I guess that pretty much does cut it out.
I think we have to work here under the assumption that we're looking for a murderer.
Excuse me, Chief.
Yes, Sweeney, what is it?
If you don't need me for anything else here, you really should get back on the beat.
Okay, Sweeney, go ahead. Take care of yourself out there.
Hey, you, stop! Stop, Wiley! Stop or I'll fire!
Freaked out, baby. I couldn't just walk in there and let them slap handcuffs on me. They had the wrong information.
Yeah, I believe you.
Gunther grabbed the gun in the struggle and it just went off. I did not shoot him deliberately.
I know. I know you're telling the truth. You must be.
You're the only one that believes so. The cop thinks it's murder, and that means I'll wind up in jail. And if that happens, we'll never see each other again. Unless you come visit me on visiting days.
This isn't funny, Gavin. We are in a bad situation.
Tell me about it.
That's why we had to run. It's just that I don't want to see you fall in love with someone and then be played for the fool.
You have nothing to be concerned about. Martine and I communicate rather well, and I know all about her relationship with your husband before your marriage.
You do?
Yes, I don't think Martine has any designs on your husband, Mrs. Whitney. Your husband is no fool, and I think the man would have to be just that, too, so much as look at any woman other than his charming and beautiful wife.
You do have a way with words, Mr. Crown.
I'll be right with you, Kelly. Hello, Mrs. Whitney.
Hello.
Well, I must have done something right to be lucky enough to encounter you twice in one day.
If you've come here to check on any gambling that might be going on in the back room, I know nothing about it.
Oh, you can relax. Actually, I'm just here for dinner.
How do you know Mr. Crown?
Sure. Nice to see you again,
Same
Mr.
here,
Crown.
Detective.
We were just talking about Martine and how wonderful it is that she's going to be back in the dance company.
Well, I guess show business gain is your loss, Mr. Crown. You must be unhappy about losing your best model.
You should have been here a moment ago. I was explaining to Mrs. Whitney that Martine is anxious about getting back on stage. She has my blessing.
Well, that's very unselfish of you.
You know, as a matter of fact, I am anxious to see Martine on stage again myself.
Oh, really? Well, I'm sure she appreciates your attitude. Well, I certainly don't mean to intrude upon your conversation anymore. I just wanted to say hello.
Have a nice dinner.
Well, you, have a nice chat.
Well, I thought I should be polite.
Man, get a load of this menu. You know, I think I will have that big steak you offered me. The only problem is I can never make up my mind between baked potato and French fries or domestic beer, imported beer, red wine, white wine. You know, what do you think?
About what?
What's the matter? Didn't you hear what I just said?
Oh, I'm sorry. My mind must be someplace else.
What's eating you? Is it seeing Raven Whitney again? No? You could have fooled me. Damien, stop staring, man. You're being obvious.
Actually, I was just thinking about Carlo Crown, the man who's so interested in seeing Martine Duval on the stage again. Wells. Collier Wells.
I'm sorry to barge in on your rehearsal here, but it's very important.
It's all right. What's up?
It's Jody. She left home yesterday afternoon very late, and we haven't seen her since, and we're worried about her.
Where do you think she might gone? Do you think this has to do with Gavin?
Yeah, that's probably it, Doc. She's probably with Gavin now. There might be on a banana boat headed for South America or something.
I don't have any idea. I thought perhaps you might.
I don't think I slept more than 2 hours all night. If that crazy Sharky doesn't let us out of here soon, I'm gonna go nuts.
Well, we've got to do something. I mean, the longer we wait, the worse things get.
I know that, Jody.
Look, the only thing is I don't want you doing anything dangerous, okay? Gavin, no more trying to get the gun away from Sharky.
I wish I knew what he was doing out there.
Must have thought I forgot all about you, huh?
Guess what I did? I went out and got you breakfast. Huh? Oh, I know. Oh. I bet you thought I was right outside with my rifle pointed at you. Nah. I knew you'd be too scared to even move. Come on, let's show a little gratitude. Let's see some smiles on those faces. Huh? Come on, now, doesn't it show the Sharky's a decent kind of guy? Man. Look what I got you. Coffee. Sandwiches. Danish. Ooh, it's hot, it's hot.
Where'd you get the money, Sharky?
Your purse. Guess where I got this? Upstairs. One of your old lady's Johns must have left in a hurry. Pretty sharp, huh? All right. I bought you something that is sure to bring smiles to your faces, especially yours, champ. Fugitive Wiley indicted for murder. Well, what do you know about that? You're a real celebrity.
Well, I'm sure she's run off with him. That's the answer. What else could explain it? She loves him very much.
You better listen to her, Doctor. She's something of an expert on Gavin Wiley, to say nothing of fugitives from law in general. No offense, Martin. Doctor, if you don't mind, I have got a rehearsal that I'd like to get on with here.
I didn't intend to stay very long, Mr. Whitney. To tell you the truth, I'm a little surprised you're not more concerned about Jody. She was your personal protege for over 6 months, wasn't she? Or have you just lost interest entirely?
As a matter of fact, my interest is concentrated on only one subject right now, the opening of the Whitney Dance Company. An opening that I hope that you and your lovely wife will attend.
That all depends on Jody.
Well, I do hope she's here for opening. I mean, she was a very large part of the company for quite a while, but the way circumstances look now, I don't think she's going to make it. As a matter of fact, we may never see either one of them again.
Sky, how can you be so cruel?
Long practice is my guess. Mr. Whitney, would you mind if I used your phone?
Oh, well, no, not at all. Just help yourself, Doc.
Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, it's nice to see you in such good spirits. Looks like you've gotten over your terrible grief about Gunther.
Time heals all wounds, Doctor.
Yes, so I see.
You haven't changed at all.
No, I haven't, darling. But then you haven't either.
Excuse me, I have to go back to work.
Yes, time heals all wounds. Yours, Gunther.
Well, there's one thing, Mr. Whitney. I've never been up in the attic in your house there. Is there going to be enough room for me?
Oh, yes, Gunther. Plenty of room. You'll be very comfortable.
You know, I got to hand it to you, Mr. Whitney. You sort of blew it with that situation with Romeo Slade, but you sure did a good job this time.
Yes, Gunther, I really used my head. You see, now I've got Gavin Wiley under control. And you get to go to heaven.
That's right, Mr. Whitney. Oh, man, I'm going to find myself a tropical paradise.
Well, that's not exactly the kind of heaven I had in mind.
Please tell me if I'm going too fast for you, Nora. I know you said your dictation is rusty.
No, it's coming back very well, surprisingly enough, and I'm sure I'll be able to read back what I wrote. You want me to try?
Well, that's a good idea. I'd like to know what I've been trying to say for the past 5 minutes. I'm so anxious about my sister, I can't even think straight.
In my opinion, the best way to use the primetime access period would be to develop a local news program which would do more than report the news. It would examine the issues which are affecting the way we live in Monticello. In fact, I wouldn't mind seeing the show called exactly that, The Way We Live. You know, I like that.
Geraldine Saxon will never go for the idea, though. We've been on a budget-cutting binge at the station for the past 3 months, and the situation regarding money is worse than ever. It's just no time to talk about new programming.
Then why not present your ideas as a new way for MON to make money?
I don't understand.
Well, there are all sorts of advertisers who just love giving money away to serious public service kinds of programs. Their image, you know.
It's a good idea. You're not so dumb after all.
Well, I don't know about that. To be perfectly honest, I didn't get it all down in shorthand. I had to read back half of it.
I noticed.
No. Let your secretary get them.
Executive assistant.
Cavanaugh residence. Yes, doctor. One moment, please.
Oh, hello. Is there any news about Jody?
I'm afraid not. I've talked to practically everyone she knows in Monticello. Nobody has the slightest idea.
Well, I think we should call the police. What do you think?
I think something we got to discuss. Look, I'm coming home. I'll get Dr. Solomon to cover for me at the hospital. I'll be there in a little while.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boy, do I need this morning. I feel like it's one of those days when you're going to have to use toothpicks to keep your eyes open.
Oh, did you have a bad night?
And one of those nights when you can't turn your brain off. You know, you didn't help any either.
Me? What did I do?
That story you told me about Jefferson Brown and your father and all that, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Thinking about those two guys stranded up there in all that snow, wondering what I would have done in that position. One thing I can tell you, though, I wouldn't like the cold.
Well, neither did Jefferson Brown or Skylar Whitney. That's why they climbed down from the top of that mountain, big buddy.
Yeah, well, because one of them made it down doesn't mean that they both did.
I know I can't prove that Jefferson Brown isn't buried under 50 tons of snow.
You know, there was something else I kept thinking about last night.
What's that?
You in that restaurant staring at Raven Whitney.
Well, I was just curious. I'd never seen her with Carlo Crown before.
Of course you did at the wedding. They were probably there just talking about more pictures or something.
You really think so?
No. But I don't think it was a romantic rendezvous. I mean, Raven wouldn't do that, at least not in public.
Well, I'm not really sure what I think. I know what I'm going to do this morning.
Well, what's that?
I'm going to have my picture taken.
Of the 4 prisoners who escaped in the confusion caused by the bus accident, 3 have been recovered. 1 prisoner, Matthew Sharkey, it's me, associated with the infamous Dr. Kenneth Bryson, is still at large. How do you like that, huh? I'm just as famous as you are, I just don't get the headlines. But that's fine with me.
I want everybody to forget that Sharky even exists for a while.
Oh, boy, would that be a pleasure.
Sharky, why won't you believe us? We swear we won't say anything about you.
Don't beg him, Johnny.
No. No, that's okay. I'm used to it. Girls beg me all the time. They go, oh, Sharky. Oh, Sharky, oh, please, oh, Sharky. Oh, I'm begging you.
They beg like I did to get away. Luckiest day of my life was when you walked out on me, Sharky. I just didn't know how lucky I was.
Well, you guys are very ungrateful, that's all I can say. I mean, I take care of you, I get you breakfast, and what do I get? What do I get in return? Nothing but abuse. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go outside, and I'm gonna read my paper in peace. I want you three guys to play a game of three-handed poker or something. I forgot. No cards.
God, this is awful. I mean, we've got to do something, but what?
Look, obviously we have one thing in our favor. There's three of us and there's one of him.
Gavin, he's got the gun. I mean, that more than makes up for the difference in numbers.
Gavin, he is crazy enough to shoot us all dead without batting an eye. I know the guy.
You're right. But he's stupid. That's another thing we've got in our favor. We're smarter than him. Now, if we can think of some way to outfox him.
Like what?
I don't know.
Look, maybe the best thing to do is just wait. He can't stay here much longer himself, and he'll get tired of holding us here, and when he does, he'll have to let us go. Gavin, please, promise me you won't take any more chances. You're in enough trouble as it is.
I had no idea things would turn out this way.
Oh, for a while, I wasn't even sure if you were coming back.
Yeah, I know you didn't. But I was coming back. You can ask Bobby. We were on our way to the police when Sharky showed up.
I don't know. I just don't know what we're going to do.
Hey, kids. I almost forgot. I picked up something else for you this morning. I forgot all about it. Water. See, I know how much you ladies want to take a bath, so what you got to do is you got to open a cap and dump it in the sink and climb right in, and Sharky's going to climb in right after you, and we'll go scrub it up with little duckies and everything like that. You go first, because I know that you aren't very sharp. Now it's your turn. Come and get it, honey. I said come and get it. Whoops. Why don't you just pick that up for me? I'll even help you, okay? Whoa! I've had it! You guys don't want to be cooperative? Fine! That's the way it has to be. That's the way it has to be. If you want to go, go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You mean this?
Of course I mean. That's what I said. I want you to go. Get out of here. I'm sick of you. You make me crazy. Oh! There's one thing. Just so that you don't get the idea of blowing a whistle on me. I'm keeping a little girl with me.
Well, what perfect timing, Detective. I was just thinking about you.
Oh, really? Why is that?
I was just thinking about our chance meeting at the restaurant last night.
Mr. Crown, how long have you been a professional photographer?
Well, about 5 years. Why?
Oh, really? Have you had occasion to work overseas at all?
No? Why do you ask?
Well, I remember you saying last night that you were interested in seeing Martine Duval work on the stage again. Now, as far as I know, she's never worked in this country. She's only worked overseas.
I believe you're mistaken about that, Detective. Martine has appeared in this country on stage in a nightclub in New York. I didn't realize that I had seen her until she mentioned it, it was quite some time ago.
I see. Well, I guess I didn't think of nightclub work as Being stage work. So you don't happen to remember what club that was, do you?
Do you mind telling me why you're asking me all these questions?
Well, what I'd really like to know, Mr. Crown, I wonder if you've ever had occasion to run across Martine Duval's husband. His name was Collier Wells. Does that ring a bell at all?
No. I don't know the name and I don't know the man. What I do know, Detective, is that I have a real heavy schedule this morning, and as you may or may not know, there's a lot more to photography than meets the eye.
I'll bet there is. Well, I guess that's all the questions I had to ask anyway, Mr. Crown.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Anytime, Detective.
Nope, there's been no word from Jody, and I'm sure it has something to do with Gavin.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure she's out there someplace looking for him right now.
Well, I think it's more than that. I think she probably got a call from him while we weren't around, and now she's gone off to meet him at Bobby's mother's house, wherever that is.
Well, the police would know where it was. I'll tell you something. If she doesn't call within the next 2 hours, then to hell with that agreement we made with her. I'm going to call the police myself.
Oh, I hate to do that, but if that's the only way to find them.
Have you seen that? By the way, have you seen the paper? It's bad news. They've indicted Gavin for murder.
Oh, no. Before he's even had a chance to tell his side of the story?
He's a fugitive, Nicole, and fugitives lose some of their rights. Still, sorry, it doesn't mean he's going to go to jail necessarily or even go to trial. Everything goes okay.
Look at the two of them side by side. You just can't believe that Gunther is the victim and Gavin the accused.
Don't exactly fit the roles, do they?
No.
Oh, baby, you're tired, aren't you? Come here. I only got 3 hours of sleep last night waiting for Jody to call. Tell you what, you go upstairs right now and get some rest, okay? Doctor's orders.
And husbands?
And husbands. Just make sure you do it. I'm going to follow you there. Come on, march.
Oh, Gunther. My poor, darling Gunther.
That creep is not taking you with him. He's going to kill me first.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of. Oh, for God's sake, Gavin, be careful. Sharpie isn't a rational man. He'll do anything that comes in his head.
You just don't get brave, okay? You hear me? It might just mean your life. He may kill you.
Who knows what he's going to do to you if we let him take you with him?
I am sure that he'll just let me go as soon as he thinks you're safe.
What if he decides to use you as a hostage? What if he tries to... No, Jody, I won't let him do it.
Oh, for God's sake, what the hell are our choices, Gavin, as long as he's got the gun?
For all we know, the gun isn't even loaded. It's been stashed in this house for years.
For all we know, it is loaded, okay? You can't take that kind of a chance. Would you listen to me?
It's all set, kids. I got exactly what I needed. A hot-wired, sexy little bomb, maroon convertible 4-in-4, 396 under the hood and loaded. She's one mean machine. You're gonna really enjoy the ride, honey. It's got bucket seats.
You're not taking Jody with you.
I didn't ask for your advice, Squirt.
Look, Sharky, we swore we wouldn't tell anybody we saw you. I mean, listen, we've got our own problems.
No. The only one who's got problems is Loverboy over here. He's wanted for murder, and he's got 2 women on his hands. Well, I'm going to take care of problem number 2 for him. You should be grateful. Well, it's getting late. And I want to hit the state line before midnight, so let's go. Stand back. I said stand back. Come on, honey. Red light. Green light. Red light.
We can't stay in here forever.
My poor Gunther. What did they do to you? Schuyler Whitney, employer of the deceased, vehemently denies Dr. Kavanaugh's explanation of his failure to save Gunther Wagner's life. Whitney claims that there had been a strong antagonism between the doctor and the chauffeur, and that the story of a blow on the head was simply a fabrication to excuse deliberate neglect. Not neglect. Murder.
It's just that we know something that might help find her.
Oh, help find both of them.
Well, we didn't tell you this before because we promised Jody that we wouldn't say anything.
Now, it wasn't a solemn promise, and it seems to us now that we could help Jody more by sharing what we know with the police.
Well, I'm all for that. What is it?
Well, just before Jody disappeared, she got a telephone call from Gavin, and he sort of told her where he was.
All right.
Come on. Give it to me. I'll have it.
Car there in an hour.
Derek, wait a second. It wasn't an address or anything like
For
that.
God's sake, Derek, we don't want a lot of squad cars with screaming sirens.
Nicole, come on now. We're not as clumsy and dumb as all that. Besides, your sister's not a criminal. We're not going to treat her like one.
Well, Gavin's not a criminal either. He's just a poor, frightened young man. Guess it doesn't do any good now to argue his guilt or his innocence.
Guilt is a matter of public record. Even he doesn't deny
Derek, it is not a matter of public record. He hasn't had a chance to say his piece yet.
He did have a chance. He didn't take it. Now, come on, you two. What do you know?
Well, it has to do with Bobby Gerard. Gavin told Jody that he was staying at Bobby's mother's house.
Mother's house? She's been dead 5 years.